You start. And we should have that, and that recording is started.
I'd like to make a motion to come out of executive session at 7:50 PM on the 28th of March.
Okay,
Second.
so Nikki's first, Ryan second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, we're back in session. We're gonna start with DOT.
Yep, so real quick, I'll review this application while you guys are in executive session and just a little recap. Essentially what it will be, South Dakota DOT will be doing work. So if it's selected, they'll be working with the community to, establish a small community transportation planning program. That's essentially what it boils down to. Could probably just read a bunch more for you guys, but essentially what the ask in that is that they work with the consultant engineer to create any base maps and provide existing data or whatever's necessary. I see that being pretty minimal. I would ask to be involved in the public meetings and this and that as there be a value add on that. Long story short, I don't see this being a huge effort on ISG's end, more of a facilitator role, and would say it would be $5,000. We can bill at an hourly rate, not to exceed $5,000. So if it comes in less than that, great. Otherwise, we'll go up to that $5,000.
And you have to bring cookies to every meeting.
Yeah, right.
Expense.
And a lot of these.
Yeah.
And coffee cups.
Okay,
So we can roll on that. That way you just bill in hourly, that way if the tasks are minimal, then we just pay for what was utilized.
perfect.
Yeah.
Motion.
Motion.
I'll make a motion to, approve not to exceed 5,000 for ISG services in coordination with the South Dakota DOT grants.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. DOT is done. On to City Hall position. Our lovely Linda is planning for retirement. What, you knew that, right? And so we're going to start looking for a replacement for our finance officer. We're going to post the position and take qualified candidates to interview and then see where we go from there. So be watching for that job posting. Do we need a motion to post the position, John?
No.
Okay, so it's just letting everybody know. So it's okay, she's not going anywhere anytime soon. Yes, we can.
I've actually tried that in the past. It doesn't work.
Yeah,
Well, if you don't succeed, try again.
well, here's the lovely thing.
Doing the same thing over and over again. expect
We
results.
pulled her kicking and screaming out of retirement. Actually, I wasn't really kicking and screaming, but she was very willing to help us in our interesting situation here in Baltic and has just been a gift. So she's gonna make sure that we still land on our feet and we'll be okay and the transition will be smooth. So be watching for that position to be posted and then more updates to follow. Employee handbook. So we've been looking at the holidays. It's been a subject of discussion for a little bit here. Trying to figure out how we can accommodate our employees and meet workforce demands and all that kind of stuff. So what we're going to do, what I'd like to recommend is in the employee handbook, there's some gray areas there. There's some things that need to be updated. So we discussed it, and under holidays, there's a section, did we copy that? We don't have that in there, the page on the handbook. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so under holidays, it has full-time class 2 and 3 employees receive their regular pay for, it says 10 legal holidays, but there's actually 12 listed. So we're going to change it to 12 because there's 10 in the words, but there's 12 here on the list. So we're going to change that to 12 legal holidays plus any other day declared officially by proclamation, right, John?
Yes.
Declared officially by proclamation by the governor of South Dakota, president of the United States, or approval by city council. That's a little bit different because before it just said proclaimed, and that's a really gray area. So we want to make sure that that's crystal clear, that it's officially declared, stamp everything, kind of like what they did with Juneteenth. It was inarguable that that was officially proclaimed. But we also want to add 2 personal days. Now, I don't know if that goes in a different section. We may want to add,
You have to create a section.
we're gonna have to create a section called personal time.
Yeah.
And so I will, if you trust me to write the verbiage on that, I'll get that taken care of, and I will add 2 personal days.
My handbook.
It's okay, I got this. Add 2 personal days to, I'll get the verbiage right on the class 2, class 3. And so, that is the recommendation that I'm making to the council to make sure that we have everything stated clearly in holidays, so there's no, ambiguity. And then adding the 2 personal days in a new section. So I just need a motion to be able to make those changes.
I'll make a motion to approve adding 2 personal days, to the handbook. I think most employers have things for the personal day policy by now. It helps accommodate some of the gray area between what days are or are not covered via, certain situations. That helps employees utilize, 4-day weekends or whatnot if Christmas or New Year's or whatever falls on certain days. So I think that's more than accommodating to add 2 personal days to the handbook.
Before you get a second, and, with vacation time, you can carry over a certain amount of hours. I don't know what all this is. But with personal leave, use it or lose it.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. Put that in the verbiage too.
Yep. I would recommend bringing verbiage. I'm trying to think of how I want to do that. If you want to bring verbiage back for approval.
I think so. I think bring it back.
Well, then how would I just bring it back?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get this all written up and pretty, and then we'll show it to everybody, and then we can figure it out from there. Okay, perfect. I can do that.
That's great.
And then,
Will these take effect immediately?
yeah, they'll definitely take effect immediately. So we'll just get new signatures from all the employees, and it'll be bada bing, bada bing. That's the beauty of an agile government, right? City attorney retainer and mileage. Do we need to do mileage at the next meeting, John? Because that's not on the agenda.
It's probably covered under the existing category. I mean, in my opinion, it is, but whatever you want to do is fine.
I don't see why it wouldn't be.
Okay, so, I'd like to recommend to the, council to, what had happened in this past litigation is, Hughes Law Firm was carrying, our legal fees. They were carrying it throughout the course of the lawsuit. And so he billed us in arrears. And so typically, anyone who's dealt with an attorney, you pay retainers up front. And so, what I'd like to recommend is that we no longer ask our city attorney to carry our debt, and that we start, a retainer fund up front. Obviously, if it's not used, we get it back, but we need to have that allocated just in case, because we're still in litigation. So, I would like to recommend up to, $3,000 a month, or $3,000 rate. And then obviously when the dust settles, we get all squared up. Plus, I would also like to add mileage rates at the current, IRS rates that, John has the ability to bill us. So those are the recommendations. It's incredibly fair and equitable in light of what he's been doing for the last 9 months.
I will make a motion for you to negotiate that contract, not to exceed 3,000 a month, including mileage.
Okay.
I'm surprised you haven't got mileage, to be completely honest. Every position similar has building inspectors. They've all got mileage over the years, so.
Yeah.
I'll second it. It's only reasonable to pay our own bills.
So Travis and Brian, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? John, let's get that written up and we'll get you taken care of.
Thank you.
Okay. That's all I had for the agenda.
That being said, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
So we got Travis and then Nikki to adjourn.
At 7:59.
Thank you.
As Ryan said, 7:59.
There we go.